Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
One introduction. Something important happened recently. It was a big surprise for many people. This surprise was on social media. Social media is a place on the internet where people share messages and news. A very famous person wrote a message there. His name is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a businessman. He has big companies. One company is called Tesla. It makes electric cars. Another company is called SpaceX. It sends rockets into space. Many people know Elon Musk. He often writes messages on social media on a place called X. Who did Elon Musk write a message to? He wrote a message about President Trump. Donald Trump was the president of the United States before. He is also a very famous person. President Trump also uses social media. Elon Musk and President Trump had a problem. They had a disagreement. They said things about each other on social media. People read their messages. People saw they were not happy with each other. It was like a public fight, but with words online. Then Elon Musk wrote a new message. This message was about President Trump again. But this time the message was different. It was a surprise. Elon Musk wrote, "I regret some of my posts about President Trump. They went too far." He said he was sorry. He said his words before were too strong. This was a big moment. Two powerful men had a disagreement in public. Then one of them said sorry. This does not happen every day. People saw the message on X. They started talking about it. News channels reported it. People on the internet wrote their ideas. Why did Elon Musk say sorry? What will President Trump do now? Will they be friends again, or will the disagreement continue? This story will look at these questions. It will tell you more about why Elon Musk said sorry. It will tell you what President Trump might do next. It will tell you how people feel about this news. The message from Elon Musk was short, but it is important. It shows that words on social media can have big effects. It shows that even powerful people can say sorry. It makes people think about power and relationships. This story will follow what happens next in this interesting situation. Many people are waiting to see what happens between Elon Musk and President Trump after this apology. 2. The big fight. Before the big surprise, there was a time of strong disagreement. Mr. Elon Musk and President Donald Trump had a fight. This fight happened online, on the social media site called X. Mr. Musk wrote many messages that were not kind about President Trump. The problem started when Mr. Musk shared his thoughts online. He did not agree with President Trump on important things. Mr. Musk used very strong words. He talked about President Trump's laws and plans. For example, he said one important law was an abomination. This means something very bad or terrible. He also said that President Trump's ideas about electric cars were not good. Mr. Musk even wrote that another person would be a better choice for president than President Trump. He suggested someone else could be president. For a short time, Mr. Musk even wrote that he thought President Trump should leave his job. This is called impeachment, but Mr. Musk quickly took these messages away. However, his other critical messages stayed online for everyone to see. President Trump saw Mr. Musk's words. He was very angry. He wrote his own messages back to Mr. Musk on social media. President Trump used strong words too. He said that Mr. Musk was not thinking clearly. He wrote that Mr. Musk was a man who has lost his mind. He also said that Mr. Musk had gone crazy. These were very angry and public replies. President Trump also gave a warning to Mr. Musk. He said that Mr. Musk's companies like Tesla might lose help from the government. He said they could lose important contracts if Mr. Musk did not support him. This showed that President Trump had power that could affect Mr. Musk's business. The disagreement between the two powerful men continued. They kept writing angry messages about each other online for several days. People who use social media watched this public argument. It was a big conflict that everyone could see. The fight grew bigger online before Mr. Musk decided to change his mind and say sorry. 3. Why Musk said sorry. Elon Musk surprised many people when he said sorry to President Trump. Just a few days before, they were in a big disagreement online. Musk used strong words about the president. But then, Musk wrote a new message. He said, "I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far." This was a very different message from him. Musk usually does not say sorry or change his mind easily, especially not in public. Why did he do this? There are a few possible reasons. One reason is about his businesses. Elon Musk has several big companies, like the car company Tesla and the space company SpaceX. These companies are very important to him. Running big companies is not easy. Sometimes companies need help or support from the government. The government also buys things from companies. These are called government contracts, and they can be worth a lot of money. If a company has problems with the government or the president, it can be bad for business. Some people think Musk was worried about his companies. Maybe he thought his fight with the president could cause problems for Tesla or SpaceX. The president of a country has a lot of power. He can make decisions that can help or hurt businesses. The news source said that people who put money into Musk's companies, called investors, felt happier after he said sorry. They hoped that a better relationship between Musk and the president would be good for the companies, especially Tesla. Another possible reason is that Musk simply wanted to make things better with President Trump. Having a good relationship with powerful people can be helpful in the world of business and politics. Maybe Musk decided that continuing the fight was not good for him or his companies. The president's office is very powerful. There can be pressure when you disagree with the president. Saying sorry might have been a way for Musk to try and stop the problems and build a bridge instead of burning one. He might have thought about the future and the possible help or problems from the government. So, it seems Musk's apology was not just about words. It was likely connected to his businesses, the importance of government relationships, and the power of the president's position. He decided that his online messages had gone too far and it was time to try and fix things. 4. Trump hears the news. President Trump was busy. He was at a press meeting. Many reporters were there. They wanted to ask him questions. The news about Elon Musk saying sorry was very big. So a reporter asked President Trump about it. The reporter asked if he would talk to Musk. President Trump answered the question. His first words were not very direct. He said he had not thought about it much. Then he said something interesting. President Trump said maybe he's already called. He told the reporter to ask Musk if they had talked. He added that he would have no problems talking to him. This answer was not a clear yes or no. President Trump did not say if he accepted the apology. It was not easy to understand what he thought. This was different from before. In the past, President Trump had said strong things about Elon Musk. He said Musk had problems thinking clearly. He used strong words about him. But now his words were softer. He did not attack Musk strongly at the meeting. Later, President Trump said something else about Musk. It was a short sentence. He said, "Wish Elon well." People heard these words. They thought about what they meant. Was this the end of the disagreement? Or was it just the beginning of something new? President Trump's words did not give a simple answer. The situation was still not very clear. 5. What people think. The news about Elon Musk saying sorry to President Trump quickly became a very big story around the world. It made headlines everywhere, on television news shows, in newspapers, and on websites. Many people were talking about this surprising event. People who invest money in different companies were especially interested. Business leaders and people who work in finance also paid close attention. They wanted to understand what this public disagreement and then the apology could mean for the future. Some of these investors and business people felt happier when they heard Musk's apology. They thought that perhaps the difficult situation was getting better. A public fight between two very famous and powerful men is often seen as not good for the business world. These people also thought a lot about Tesla, which is Elon Musk's well-known electric car company. Tesla is a very important company for many investors who own its stock. The price of Tesla's stock is often seen as a sign of how people feel about the company's plans and its future success. Investors hoped that if Elon Musk could have a better relationship with President Trump, it might be good for Tesla. They thought it could make things easier for the company, maybe with government support or rules. Getting help from the government can be very important for large companies like Tesla. The markets, which are places where people buy and sell parts of companies' stocks, showed a reaction to this news. They reacted quite clearly and strongly. The price of Tesla's stock seemed to move because of the news. Many people who work in the markets saw this apology as a significant event. What was perhaps most interesting was that the market seemed to react more strongly to this personal apology than to some other big news happening at the same time. For example, there was news about trade discussions between two large countries, which was also important. But the markets did not react as much to that news as they did to Musk saying sorry. This situation showed how much attention people in the business and finance world pay to the words and actions of very important public figures. When someone like Elon Musk says sorry in public, it can really change how investors feel and how the markets behave. It can create feelings of hope or worry. In this specific case, for some people, especially those with money in Tesla, the apology seemed to bring a feeling of more hope for the company's path ahead. 6. Will Trump say yes? After Mr. Musk said sorry, many people waited. How would President Trump react? He often acts in certain ways when someone apologizes to him. It is not always simple for him to say, "Yes, I accept." One way he might react is called the cold shoulder. This means he acts like he does not care. He might say things like, "I am not thinking about Elon." Or he might say, "I wish Elon well," but in a way that means he is not really friends. He might act like he is too important to worry about it. Another possible way is making fun. President Trump could laugh about the apology. He might make jokes about Mr. Musk on social media or when he talks to people. This is a way for him to show he feels strong. A third possible reaction is saying the apology proves he is right. President Trump might say that Mr. Musk said sorry because he knows President Trump is strong and winning. He might say that Mr. Musk wants to be friends again because he needs President Trump. He could write this on his social media to show people he is powerful. A fourth way, but maybe less likely now, is to attack Mr. Musk again. If President Trump still feels angry, or if Mr. Musk does something else he does not like, he could start saying bad things again. He might talk about Mr. Musk's companies like Tesla or X. President Trump often sees an apology as a sign that the other person is weak. He might use this moment to show his own strength. He does not always just forgive easily. He might want something else to happen first. People are watching to see which way he will choose. 7. A chance for peace. After Elon Musk said sorry, a big question came up. Could he and President Trump work together again? Their public fight was over, but was the bad feeling gone? It was not clear if President Trump would simply forget what happened. President Trump often sees apologies in a special way. He might see them as a sign that the other person is not strong. For him, saying sorry is not always enough. He does not just forgive people easily. He often thinks about what he can get or what the other person will do next. People who know President Trump say he likes to make deals. He negotiates. This means he might want something in return. So, what could President Trump expect from Elon Musk now? Maybe he would want Musk to show public support. This could mean Musk might need to say good things about President Trump in public. He might need to show he is loyal. This kind of public action could be important to President Trump. If Musk wants to have a good relationship with President Trump, he might need to do more than just say sorry on social media. President Trump might wait to see what Musk does next. He might want to see a clear sign of support. This situation is important for Musk's companies like Tesla. These companies sometimes need help from the government. They might want government contracts or support for new ideas. If President Trump is friendly, it could be good for these businesses. If he is not friendly, it could make things difficult. The possibility of peace between them depends on several things. It depends on what President Trump wants. It depends on what Elon Musk is willing to do. Will Musk make a public show of support? Will President Trump ask for something specific? Their relationship might change from a fight to a deal. It is a chance for peace, but it might come with conditions. It is not a simple ending to their disagreement. 8. The lesson learned. This event teaches us important things about power and influence. It shows how words from powerful people matter a lot. Elon Musk said his words about President Trump went too far. This shows that even people with much power must be careful what they say in public. Their words have influence on many people and businesses. This is a key lesson from the story. It is not common for one very powerful man to say sorry to another powerful man in public. Mr. Musk saying sorry was a big surprise to many people around the world. This action shows that the disagreement was serious. It also shows Mr. Musk wanted to change the situation and perhaps repair his relationship with the president. The act of saying sorry between these two famous men was a significant moment. This story clearly shows how business and politics are connected, especially at high levels. Mr. Musk has big companies like Tesla and X. These companies sometimes work with the government and need government support or approval for projects. A good relationship with the president can be very helpful for business leaders. Maybe Mr. Musk was worried about his companies or future business deals being negatively affected by his conflict with President Trump. President Trump has power that can help or make things difficult for companies. The apology suggests Mr. Musk understands this strong connection between his public words, his business interests, and the political world. What happens next in their relationship is not clear. Will President Trump fully accept the apology and move past the conflict? President Trump often sees apologies in a different way than most people. He might see it as a sign of weakness or an admission that Mr. Musk knows President Trump is stronger. He might not just say, "Okay," and forget everything that was said before. Their relationship might change now because of this public event. This could affect how they talk or work together in the future, perhaps concerning business matters or political support. This story is important because it shows how public words and actions like saying sorry happen between people with a lot of power and influence. It shows that words have power and actions have meaning and consequences. The world is watching to see what President Trump will do or say next about Mr. Musk's apology. Will he accept it fully? Will he ask for something in return? Will he continue to talk about the past disagreement? This event is a lesson about the complex world of power, public communication, business, and politics all mixed together. It shows that even big disagreements between powerful figures can sometimes lead to a step back, like saying sorry. But saying sorry does not always make everything easy again immediately. The future relationship between Mr. Musk and President Trump is still unknown. It depends on what they do and say next. This story reminds everyone that public words from famous people have real results. Sometimes these results affect the business world, sometimes politics, and sometimes personal relationships between powerful people. The main lesson learned from this event is that words can cause significant problems, but saying sorry can be a necessary step to try and fix them. However, fixing them depends on the other person's reaction. When business and politics are closely mixed, the situation is even more complex and interesting. This event highlights the significant influence these two men have. Their actions affect the news, financial markets, and public discussions. This story is not finished. The next steps will show more about their relationship and the lasting impact of this public apology. It is a lesson about the reality of power and influence in the modern world.